I need y'all to explain something to me. Why is it that America and women are okay with and pushing abortion? They're okay with a mother giving her kid up for adoption. And make sure we understand what adoption is. Adoption is I give up my baby to a family that has nothing to do with this child, no blood ties at all. I give up my child to this family or these people, whoever it is, gay couple, whatever. I give up my child to them. I never see the child again. I don't pay one dime of child support to that child. I do nothing to contribute to that child's life. And I'm called a hero for doing it if I'm a woman. Hey, you gave up a child that you knew you couldn't take care of. Or you aborted a child because you knew you weren't ready to be a parent. So you get to murder the child or completely send it away with people who are not related to that child. And you can even make a child a ward of the state. Yes, you can take a child and give it up to the state because you don't feel like you can take care of it anymore. Just give it to the state. Here you go. And the state then has to go and try to find foster parents for this child. Again, you don't have to pay a dime. Women are allowed to do these things. You can murder a child, send it off to the government. You can leave a child on the steps of the hospital, the steps of a police department. You can leave these kids outside and nothing happens to you and you don't have to pay a dime. But, as Tyrese is finding out right now, you say one thing about lowering child support or not paying child support, you are a villain. How dare you? You are trying to abandon this child. No child should be abandoned from their father paying child support. Mind you, when they're asking you to pay child support, they don't ask you to come see the kid. They don't care. They just want the check once a month. And if you don't pay that check, you are subjected to losing your license. You are subjected to going to jail. These are things that men are subjected to because they don't want to do the same thing that women aren't forced to do. Be parents. Again, you sit here and tell men that they are villains, they are bad guys, and they are 2 months behind on child support. You tell him you a deadbeat, and yet a woman who murders a child, she is not called a deadbeat. Yet a woman who gives a child away to people that do not know that child, to people who we have seen the studies of the things they do to these children when they bring them into foster care. These women are called brave when you give up your kid to the state and the state got them up there with looking like Annie talking about some, it's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treat that, we get tricked. Instead of just says, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Now you got these kids running around telling you it's a hard knock life. And yet the parent, the mom who gave these kids up, they still don't face any scrutiny. But how dare you be a dad and don't pay child support? Somebody got to answer this to me. Am I seeing this wrong? Or does it seem like women can get away with a whole damn lot? You can murder a kid, abandon a kid outside in the snow, and they just pick the kid up and go try to find somewhere. You won't even go to jail. You won't go to jail for leaving a kid outside of the hospital. This is insane. I need somebody to answer these questions for me. Am I wrong? Or does it seem like women can get away with murder? Murder was the case that they gave them.
All right. So I have been saying this for the longest. How the freak can men get blamed for not being dads when they don't want to be, when they could be forced to pay child support? But a woman could literally get a plan B. It could get, like, I think it's like 100 different forms of contraceptions. They could do abortions. They could do adoptions. They could do so much different things to get rid of the baby. And they don't have no obligation to that child after the adoption, the abortion. But let's say a dad, he isn't ready. He isn't financially ready. And he don't want a kid yet. Let's say he say, I'm not ready. The world looks at this guy as the worst human being in the world, and that is freaking mind blowing to me how we have such double standards for women. If we are equal, is this is an equality environment, why are we giving women passes for being deadbeat mothers? If a man was to wake up in the middle of the night, drop his kids off to the freaking fire station or police station because they can't handle it no more, what the freak would they call him? If a man decided to just kill or abort his baby, what the freak would they call him? If a man decided I'm not ready financially to take care of this kid, what would they call him? But we prop up women so much. Oh, you're a queen. You're strong. You know your worth because you know you're not able to take care of that kid. And it would be wrong for you to put that kid in that situation. Give them to better parents. Why can't the same argument be used for the man? Oh, he's strong. He's not ready for kids yet. Why would he be in that kid's life if he could just give him trauma? Or how can y'all be so hypocritical, bro? This is so crazy to me. Like, and what's the worst thing is the guys who be agreeing with this bullshit. Like, I'd be like, and they think they're so upstanding, bro. It's how hypocritical y'all are is so crazy. How can a man be blamed for something that a woman would be praised for? Oh, you go, girl. You know your worth. A woman could literally choose to give their kids to a random family and they have no obligations to pay no child support, no type of obligation to ever see that kid ever again. Why is it the man's job to, no matter what position in life he is in, why is it his job to stop everything he's doing whether he don't want this kid or not? And he has to be there. Why aren't we forcing women to be? Why are we forcing women to not give birth? Force them to give birth. If you forcing us to be in a kid's life, you should be forcing women to give birth. You should be forcing women to keep their kids and not give them up for adoption. You should be forcing women to, if they do give up for adoption, they should be on child support for that kid and be paying the new family money so they could take care of their kids the same way y'all make men do for not being in a kid's life and they have to pay child support. What type of world do we live in? It's like we live in a backwards world. I 100% agree with Tommy on this, man. We pedestalize women that get abortions, that take contraceptions like birth control, freaking Plan B. We look up to those type of women in society. Oh, you go, girl. She took the Plan B because she didn't want to bring a kid into a world where she can't financially take care of him. Bravo, this and that, bro. Women get to murder their kids. They get to do all type of sick things in this world where if a man did it, he will be looked at as the worst person ever. I don't look at a guy who decides he don't want to step up and be the father of a kid that he doesn't want to be in their life. I don't look at him as a bad person because the world don't look at females for murdering their kids, giving their kids up for adoption, doing all these crazy things. So why should we blame men for not being ready to be fathers? If we not blaming women for not being ready to be mothers, why the freak are we blaming men? It makes zero sense. And women always claim they're fucking more mature than men. For some group of people that are more mature than men, y'all seem to never be ready for kids and seem to always want to put blame on men when they aren't ready, even though y'all claim y'all mature faster. And if let's give y'all that leeway, y'all do mature faster. Why would you not give more leeway to the person who y'all claim don't mature faster? Why would you want leeway for you guys who mature faster, but y'all claim y'all not ready for kids? Y'all want to give them up for adoption, give them up for abortion, give them up for Plan Bs and stuff like that. But we don't have the same rate of men doing the same thing, vice versa though. For a group of people that are so mature, y'all kind of do the most immature things in the world. Y'all do the most immature things. Claiming that it's my body, my choice. If it's your body, your choice, then nothing during pregnancy should be up to, put on a man. If it's your body, your choice, all right. Even though I don't agree with that, cause the seed is from the man's nuts. We give life. You guys just incubate life. Y'all don't create life. Y'all are the soil where life grows. It's like a plant analogy. Without the soil, the seed is nothing. Without the seed, the soil is nothing. But you could grow a plant with no soil in today's world. With all the new, they're making fake wombs and shit. That's what I'm kind of like alluding to. But you still need both people. But for a woman to think they are the life givers is freaking wild. A man spend his whole life with sperm, aka seeds, or I look at them as souls or kids his whole life. That is his kids. But let's just say we give these women, is their body, their choice. So why the fuck won't y'all take the kids and just go on with your life? Why do you need my child support? Why do you need my help? Go on with your life and you do this by yourself. Since it's your body, your choice, I don't have a choice in this. Why should I be forced to pay for something I had no choice in? This is the most stupidity I've ever heard in my life, bro. And any man that I ever seen vouch for these type of things, you are a pussy and a bitch. Any man that get mad at a man for not wanting to be in a kid's life, but y'all freaking praise women, or y'all support the right for women to give abortion, adoptions, and stuff like this. If y'all want men to step up no matter what the situation is, a woman should be able to give a kid no matter what the situation is. It's in God's hand. If she was meant to live during pregnancy, then that was her will. If she wasn't meant to live during pregnancy, then that was God's will. The fuck are you talking about, man? Y'all want to play God when it's suitable, but when anything that come to men, oh, he should have chose to stick his dick in his pants. She should have kept her fucking legs closed. If I should have kept my dick in my pants, why the fuck did you open your legs? Bro, it's like people have no sense when it comes to like having sense to male problems. But whenever it's female problems, it's like they have the most talking points and the most sympathy for. But when it comes to men problem, it's no sympathy from nobody. Not even other men. Because they are bitches. And most men today was raised by a woman. So they hold woman on such a pedestal that God himself don't even hold woman on. God do not hold woman on such these pedestal that you earthly men hold woman on. They are not the creator of life. Men are the creators of life. That's why men have an XY chromosome and females only have XX chromosomes. Because a man can make both male and female's anatomy. A woman can only come up with a X chromosome, 2 X's. So who would be the more superior being in this equation? The person who has just the XX, or a person who has both chromosomes in their freaking DNA? Like, how do we not use common sense when we think about normal life things, bro? A man literally has the ability to sympathize with a woman because he has a X chromosome, and females have XX. And he also has a Y chromosome, which is a man. He has a Y, but he also has an X. Or just give me my child. I don't understand why a lot of women don't just give the man the kids. I'm pretty sure most men would not reject their kids if the mother was like, here, take your kids. Since you don't want to be with me, take your kids. Most fathers would not refuse that type of situation or agreement or discussion. I'll tell you why they don't. Because they want child support. They want the acknowledgement or the ability to be able to, oh, I raised this kid by myself. His dad wasn't there. Even though you restricted or didn't allow the dad to come around, but you still want that type of praise or acknowledgement for doing that is wild to me. But when America was first established, the kids was given to the father. But when the father started going out into the farms and working, the mother stayed back, and they automatically just got that role as the caregivers. And then later in like the 1800s and stuff, they started changing laws into making the females like the primary caregiver up to like 7, and then they changed it again to make it into 16, and then they changed it again and keep on making it harder for men to have rights to their kids or have visitation to their kids. But I honestly feel like men are more nurturing. If you really think about it, men are more like logical and more understanding when it comes to raising kids. I wouldn't say when the kids are like infant, because we're more like irritated around like little things like that. But once the kids reach like to the point they could talk, walk around, and have conversations with you, a dad is most likely the best parent to give that kid to, because anything after there we do is that's our seed. Any man that will harm their own seed or not do what's beneficial for their own seed is an evil person. But I honestly generally don't believe 90% of men wouldn't do what's right for their kids. They will go to the end of the world just so they make sure their kids is good, if it's come to eating, shelter, whatever. But I don't honestly feel like, man, it's been the High Life Crew, man. Y'all like and subscribe. I'll be back for more talks. And it's your boy Huncho Having, and we out of here.
See, I know people change, baby, in that Paul making my life before the fame, so I'm like the Paul Rangers.